Bang, boom, pow. Ta-da. You know what it is. It's the Funky Uncles. We're in season 2 right now. So let's see. We already have somebody jumping in. You know what it is. It's Stace. What's going on, Stace?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing all right. Doing all right. How was your week?
Not bad.
Okay, good, good. Not bad is always better than horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. How was
Oh,
yours?
everything is everything. You know, make things happen, and just any challenges that come on, you tackle them.
That's right. You ready for next Thursday?
Oh yeah, I'm ready to eat. But
Yeah.
more than anything else, I'm just ready to, spend time with family. That's the main thing. I'm not a big holiday person. My thing
Yeah.
is being able to see family, be around family, and create those moments. So we
Yeah,
have
that
Z jumped in.
Mm.
Hello, Z.
Z. How
Hey,
you
how
doing,
y'all?
Z?
All
How
right, all
you?
right.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling.
Okay.
I'm feeling.
Oh, we also have
Okay.
Big Josh online, and my sister, whose music you guys have heard. I believe she's on. She may just be listening right now. Yep. you know that. That's the talented one. I always say she's the talented one. She got the vocals and do all that. Her and my pops got all that. I didn't get all. I got a little bit of it. Leave it up. Oh, she's picking up my niece from gymnastics right now. That's the one I call Chipmunk. She got the big cheeks. You call her Chipmunk. You know
When you
me and nicknames.
when you
Hey,
sent me those that Michael Jackson clip what we talked about last week with the song "Did Troop." What name
Oh
of the
yeah.
song?
Yeah.
Man, I almost vomit. Okay, I was like, "That's nasty." Why?
Mm.
Cut it out. It had that classic Motown sound though. When you,
Oh my
I mean,
god!
you had to listen to the music itself. Because everybody's expecting the lyrics and
I mean, I
the
understand the
recordings of the
original
day.
song during that time.
Mm-hmm.
However, they did that song no justice, none.
Okay, I can't say, I'm taking everything into consideration, but for anybody that watches this and does not know what we're talking about, that song, All I Do Is Think of You, which was made popular by Troop, but also originally done by the Jackson 5. And
it was done. It was done by shit. Um it wasn't done by Michael. It was done by one of his brothers. I
Oh, I
forgot
thought
who
you
he
said that was
was.
the Kiss. You talk about the
oh
most
yeah,
recent, Josh?
No, it is that one of his brothers did a one of his brothers did a like
How
I
you gonna
can't think.
interrupt and don't know? How you gonna interrupt and don't know? I'm gonna need you to go to
I mean,
Google.
no. To be
Go.
honest with you, I'm thinking about damn the messed up Jerry Curl tape up dude that put the but yeah.
and the name of the group, I was saying 3T, but it was five. Was it 5T? Or
Yeah,
five something. Michael Jackson's
yeah.
nephews actually redid the song after Troop. Yeah.
They ain't did it no justice either.
I guess you're just gonna have to do it and do it some justice. How about that?
Nope. I'm leaving it to Troop.
Okay.
I know when to leave stuff alone.
Mhm.
Hey, Janine, there goes a project for you. See what you can do with it. You know, show Mike and them jokers how it's supposed to be done.
No, it was done by the Jackson Five.
Yeah,
The
they
whole
originally did it. Yeah.
That's what
yeah.
I'm talking about. That's why we probably never heard them sing that song. Because you had to know their music to know that Michael, the Jackson 5 on that song.
Right. I mean, that was a little bit before our era, so it may not have been, more than
Were
likely
we even
wasn't one
born?
of those songs. Huh?
Were we even born?
We may
Yeah.
have been.
I'm sorry. Was I even born? I forgot you old. Was I? My bad.
Oh
I
no,
forgot.
You
no.
probably weren't born yet.
I wasn't born. It was in that. It was in '75. I wasn't born.
Oh, I was
See,
here.
now see, that was the year I was born.
You just got here, Stacy.
I was jamming in some Pampers to it. You know what I'm saying? I had either a hairbrush or a pencil trying to figure it out, but you know.
All right, what we talking
Yeah.
about? What's the topic for tonight?
Tonight we're
Hold
talking
up.
about.
Drew, you got to start it off at 50 Cent, season 2, episode 2.
Oh, listen, this is the perfect night. What's her name? I'm sorry. What's your cousin's name?
My sister,
Your sister. I'm sorry. What's your sister's name?
Janine.
Janine.
My name is Janine.
Janine, we need a
Baby.
intro for season 2, episode 2 of the Funky Uncles. Give us
You
a
need a
beat.
what?
We need a song for this season 2,
I need some
episode
coins.
2.
I need some coins.
You need some
I need
coins?
some coins. I need some coins, baby. I need some coins.
I got 10 Dogecoin. Would you like that?
I'm playing. I do it for my brother for free. I do it for my brother for free. He know that.
That's why I love you. But tonight's topic, we want to talk about who we're listening to and who we're hearing. Because we already know it's not the same thing. And what's the purpose? Now, excuse me, the conversation that I had a little earlier, we were talking about a person that didn't want to hear Candace Owens. Now, Z made a post, and she was, matter of fact, tell everybody about your post, and then we'll go from there. Dealing with Candace.
So I made a post while I was watching YouTube, and it came across Candace Owens, something, Kyrie Irving. I was like, okay, let's see what this heifer got to say. So I listened to it, and I was like, oh my God, she actually did some research. She's backing up Kyrie without victim blaming, because you know she loves the victim blame. She'll be like, you're black people, or black people indirectly. She'll say it indirectly. Black people, or you know how she go. So I was like, Candace Owens is standing behind Kyrie. She actually did her own research. She is right. So people were saying, like, why would I listen to a white supremacist? And my thought process was like, why wouldn't you want to listen to a white supremacist? So he said, I don't want to hear anything that she has to say. I said, well, I'm applauding her, basically paraphrasing everything I was saying. I'm applauding her because she actually took the time to do her own research and give her own opinion about the Kyrie Irving situation. She didn't do like everyone else, form an opinion and then not even did an investigation of the documentary. That's what I was applauding her for. Nothing else, nothing less about Candace Owens, because Candace Owens is going to be Candace Owens. And people were like, I don't want to hear anything that she got to say. And I was like, well, me want to know the law of the land, or the lay of the land. I want to know what my enemy is thinking. So I want to hear everything that she has to say if she's truly a white supremacist. But that's just my own thought process. So I was just wowed by no one wants to listen to her, even though we know she's not for the people. I was just surprised that she was for us at this moment. Go ahead, Josh.
Hey Z, I'm gonna piggyback on that one. I heard what she said, and I'm gonna have to agree with you because I got another dude that I had to agree with him, even though I don't like this motherfucker. Fat boy Jason Whitlock. He said,
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
yeah, man,
that
man,
fucker.
he,
I'm
he
sorry. I'm sorry.
Lord.
no,
I'm sorry.
yo, he said this one line. He said, "Why are we getting mad at Kyrie?" And Amazon was the one who produced the movie and stuff like that. I said, God damn, I can't believe I'm agreeing with this motherfucker. Like, like I was like, damn. He
Even a
was
stop
the
clock is right twice a day.
yeah. It was like I
The
was
clock
like
is right twice a day. Okay.
I
You
said
said
Yeah.
stop
Candace
clock. You
I
meant
said
broken clock.
I said Candace Owens. I said yeah, she right. I said but I can't believe I'm agreeing with Jason Whitlock. I said that was the last person I had on the bingo card that I was going to agree with.
That's how I feel about Candace Owens. I'm like, what? What? But you
So
know,
if I
after
may, can I jump
you
in?
know,
Can I jump in for?
she must be our distance, our 20th distance cousin for like 5 seconds. Cause you know, after a while you get
Can
back
I
to
jump?
hating Candace
Hey,
Owens.
it's
Uh-huh.
Janine. Can I jump in for a second?
Sure.
Because the discussion just sparked an idea in my head, and the word that I see is bandwagon. We don't listen to people. We don't listen to the content because there's a wagon attached. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If somebody's already started out headed in a direction down a path that we don't agree with, then we just consider everything they got to offer bullshit.
Right.
But if then that's jumping on the bandwagon. But if you standing on the side of the road watching people go by and you see some folk going left and some folk going right, you can still make your own decisions. You can agree and disagree, but to stand back and take in all the knowledge, like I agree with you on wanting to know what the other folks is talking about. You know what I'm saying? I like to know. I'll go over and listen to the white folks just to
Me
hear what they
too.
talking about.
Me too, honey.
I'll
Me
wander,
too.
leave, even on TikTok. I'll click on Trump every now and then just to go see, just to see what they talking about. Just to see what they talking about.
And he's supposed to announce his run for presidency at 9 o'clock. So it's 9:13.
Yeah,
I'm
he
not
about
sure if
to
he did it or not.
he about to do that LeBron James. I'm going to South Beach. Like, bro, we know you running for president, but the Republicans want Ron
Yeah.
DeSantis to run.
DeSantis.
They want Suge Knight in Florida to run.
It's so nice, Florida.
But going back to the topic, I'm thinking that I'm going let me point out with the Candace Owens thing as I've seen before. As Janine said, a lot of people it's kind of like what I said on your post, Z. What everybody initially got from Candace Owens, their first time paying attention to anything that she said, they was like, oh, she's full of it. She's not for us. So they automatically dismiss any and everything. They don't even want to hear anything that she has to say because she automatically turned them off the first time.
Right.
Now,
right.
I have heard some other things that she said, and to the point where I'm thinking, okay, well, the destination that she's looking for is quite similar to what we're looking for. It's just her path is different. Right. And a lot of times we have to accept the fact that we can't all travel on the same road and all use the same modes of transportation. Not that I'm totally defending everything that she says, but understanding the importance of those that it will take that road to get them there. But see, the problem comes when those people don't accept that if we had to get there on a skateboard, why are you taking a skateboard? You stupid. You taking it. Maybe I want to go slower. Maybe I want to build my leg muscles while I'm going. Maybe I want to take some time and enjoy and see more. So by the time I get to the destination, I can know more. Because we all know there's a difference in walking somewhere where you can see what's going on around you and driving in a car and zooming past everything and not really paying attention or noticing what you're passing.
You know what, Drew? I was about to say, God damn.
Yeah, he just messed you up on that one.
My bad.
That's a perfect point though. That's a perfect point.
Right,
It's
right.
a perfect point because
I
it
got
really
it.
speaks to. Oh, go ahead then. Since you got it, go ahead and get it. You know
Yeah,
how
get it.
age is. It'll be gone
That's
in a
my
few seconds.
sis.
Go ahead and get it.
So Candace Owens is awesome with her facts. I'll give her that because every time she says something, I'm questioning her facts. So I do fact check whatever she says. She's awesome on that. I'll agree with her on that. But then she becomes emotional. She attached her emotions with her politics, and this is what fucks her up.
Okay.
This is what messes her up. And I was like, oh God, here we go. And this is why I can't stand her. I mean, I really hate that. I really hate that I liked her for 5 seconds. I really do hate that I liked her for 5 seconds.
Oh, now we must let's welcome Mr. Edmund on. He's been sitting here waiting quietly. I don't know if he has anything he wants to add on, but we do want to recognize you and let you know, hey,
Good
welcome
evening,
to the
people.
Funk
Good
Empress
evening. Good
Show.
evening, y'all. My mic on? I don't know.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
hear you,
your
bro.
mic. Yeah,
Okay.
we hear
All
you.
right. Y'all
Hey,
gotta
Jay,
excuse
this
me.
is my brother. This is my
What-
brother. He's my peoples. He my
What's
peoples.
going on, Z? Yeah, I'm driving home from work, so I wanted to wait till I got to the house before I joined in. But I'm just listening to what you guys are talking about. As far as the Candace Owens thing, I mean, I think going back to say what you was talking about her being emotional. I think our people in general are too emotional when it comes to politics, and these people know that, and we don't really think about what's best for our community, the economy when we go to vote. I watched it this last election. I know a lot of people don't really agree with Trump and his and
What happened?
He in the he in the
You broke up.
boondocks.
Oh.
He in the boondocks. He in
Don't
the
do that.
boondocks.
Don't do that to my friend. He ain't in the Bulldogs. I don't know where he at,
He
but he ain't in the
he
Bulldogs.
he he is in
He
the
probably
boon.
that T-Mobile service. I mean, I don't know.
Oh.
I think I think what he trying to say is like this. I with Trump's policies, a lot of people might agree with it, but the way he be doing his little antics and stuff like that, it's like his boy. Because technically speaking, they put out something say that he backed 48 people and only 9 won. So it's like, bro, you need to sit back.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Trump was very comical those 4 years. I'm like, seriously, he was funny.
Yeah,
It's like,
but the thing is,
but
but he
but
started becoming very comical, and I started looking forward, especially during COVID, because we ain't had shit else to do. I
yeah,
started listening to this fool and just laughing at
you
him.
gonna drink,
Watching
you
But
gonna
see,
him.
drink.
He was
But
comical.
see,
He
it's
was
not
he
supposed to
yeah
be
he
Saturday
he's
Night Live. It's supposed to be the White House, not Saturday Night Live, a Saturday Night Live skit. And he
Man,
turned the whole White House into a ongoing Saturday Night Live skit.
he
Sure
also
did.
he also he also pulled the covers up along with that. He kind of showed America what this country really is about, you know, and that should
I
have been an
give,
eye opener for a lot of people.
He did
Yeah.
expose. Yeah.
I give,
Regardless, I respect a man who tell me he don't like me than I would someone who's telling me they love me but still
Right.
shitting on me, you know.
Right.
And that's how I feel about the Democratic Party, you know. I mean,
Okay.
The whole
they
party?
seem yeah. We talking about it, right?
Yep.
Damn, the
Yep.
whole party?
I'm,
Y'all mind over? Y'all mind over? Y'all mind over?
if you really think about it, you got
We were Republicans back in the day, right?
no.
Yep.
I
Yep.
understand that.
Nah, we were.
But
Okay.
right now,
The slaves, that's all. Go ahead.
right now, we got them 4 parties right now. So it is what it is. I mean, You
We need
got
our own
Well,
party. Why we
if
need our
we
own party? Why we can't have our own
exactly, if
party?
we really want
There
to
you
see
go.
change, we have to start our own party. Republicans and Democrats are the same bunch of people.
yeah.
They just got
Yeah.
different ways of fucking us.
Yeah.
Right. That's
You
why I was about to say that. Damn, Jay, get out my
They got
head.
different ways of fucking us, and all they do
if you
is play with our emotions, and we go back and forth about who we need to take over this, who we need to take. When in reality, they just
Who's our
playing pitty
master?
pat with us. They yeah
Right.
I
they
mean, see, if
We
you really
begging
think
who our
about it,
master? Who our master this
no,
time?
no,
like
no.
Killer Mike said. Go ahead.
Z, if you really think about it, we can form our own party, but it's them young motherfuckers that you got
No,
to
no, no, no,
get
no, no, no,
on
no, no,
board.
no, 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 no. It's
No,
them
no,
old
no, no, no,
motherfuckers.
no,
It's the
no, no,
old
no, no,
ones. We
no,
can we
no.
can we
It's
can retrain the young ones.
no,
It's the old ones
no,
that we gonna have
because
trouble with. You don't think
Z
so?
is it. I don't think so because the young ones they really did. The young ones in this one they really showed up. The old ones they don't give a fuck. You got to really get them young ones.
The old
Think
ones
about it.
do. The old ones do give a fuck because the old ones are still
Z,
living that.
Z they
No,
don't
no,
give a
you got to remember, we're like 40, 45 years out of the civil rights movement. People are still alive. They care. Those old Democrats, they're not going anywhere. Those old
well,
Republicans, they're
Listen,
not going
this
but
anywhere.
this goes to the
also
natural flow of things.
Right, they're
Let,
not
let me
going
just say
anywhere.
this goes to the natural flow of things. The older have to be the leaders because the younger ones, they don't have the experience and a lot of them don't have the knowledge. And with those things that the older ones have, they are supposed to lead the others. Not saying the
Right.
young ones are important, but without the knowledge and wisdom of the elders, which let's take this back to how we used to be. Without the knowledge and wisdom of the elders, they will be lost, just going their own way. We can help them avoid pitfalls and give them the structure and the blueprint that lots of them won't automatically have. They will get to our age before they figure it out. And if it takes that long for them to figure it out, look how much time is lost.
that was my point. I was trying to Drew, you
You
just
trying
made
to
it.
say, Josh?
Yeah, Drew just
Thank you,
made it.
boy,
Yeah,
Drew.
yeah. I was just saying that our age. When I'm not talking about no Henry Master, the old whippersnapper. What I'm saying, I was talking about our age. You know what I'm saying, like
We
the
the old
young
heads,
folk.
bro.
Yeah, we the old heads, but the young folks, what I'm saying, our kids and stuff like that, they bro, y'all are the
You
future.
believe it or not, they're doing their research. Generation Z, please don't
Yeah,
sleep. I mean,
and
Generation Z,
then
don't sleep on them. Don't sleep on
and
them.
Oh, I'm
then
not, I'm
now
not sleeping
yeah,
on them.
Please don't sleep on them.
I kind of
and
differ
then
with that
Drew.
too, man. I know a
Huh?
lot of a lot of that get the younger people of younger citizens. They are actually starting to get more involved. Actually, probably a lot more than we were at
Right.
the age that they were when we were that age. We wasn't, so we
Yeah,
can't really put that on
we
them. As far as the older citizens in America, I kind of think they kind of cripple us a little bit to the point to where they're so used to tradition and what we've been told. It's hard for them to step outside that box. It's hard for them to say, okay, okay, you like most black people, they just go vote Democrat all the way down, not even knowing what policies these people are for, what do they support. We don't even ask our politicians for anything for them to do. So when they do get in office, I mean, what are we asking? Like, they're not going to do anything to help us if we're not asking them for it. I mean, we just put Biden in office just because we didn't like Trump.
I mean,
That's
well,
that's the only reason we put
I
him in
mean,
there.
you
I
You
know,
mean,
know,
Yeah.
that's
Nah,
the
I
I-
thing.
mean,
That's
Ojo
just facts.
side,
Like we
Ojo
ignorant.
side,
you're
We
right.
this,
trust
You're
this
right.
man. We
But
did not
guess
know.
what? But guess what? Everybody
This
pissed off
man
because
was
Trump
just as
gave it.
racist. This man was just as racist as Trump was, 10, 15 years ago. But because we
Indirectly.
hated
Well,
But
Trump,
hey,
we say,
yeah.
okay,
but
let's
can I,
put this man in office. We ain't gonna even ask him for nothing. We don't even
but
not
can I,
demanding anything. Our votes don't matter. You know, until we actually can hurt their pockets economically,
How many
we're
times
never
have I
gonna
said
matter to
that?
the
No,
Republicans
but
you
or the
know what?
Democrats.
You know what?
can
But
can
you know what? All jokes aside, we don't have a nationality. And that's our first problem. We don't have a nationality.
Well, I
So
mean,
we're
we Americans.
really not, our votes really do not matter because we don't have a nationality. We just going in there to fill out some paperwork to help whoever gonna win.
It don't
Once we
even matter what
form
we
our
claim
own
ourselves. It's
party,
all about money. It's all about what we
and I
produce.
totally agree. But why can't we form our own party? But you know what? We so the first, one of
We
the commandments of
our
philosophy, divide and
the
conquer.
older people of the United States, they're not. They're our
But
elders.
but
They're
we
going
are
to
so
stay what
divided.
they've been doing.
But we are so divided. I'm afraid we will never be united.
no
And I
Z?
hate to
I
say
gotta
that. I hate to say
No,
that. We
Z.
will never be
I
united.
can't I
I
can't say that.
She
I
got a
can't
Z.
agree.
point
I
though.
gotta.
I can't agree.
No. I'm
She
talking
got a
about
point.
okay.
Yeah, we do.
All people of color.
Mhm.
You can see that. I mean, realistically, being a realist, you can
Well, it's never going to be
actually see
100%. No, it'll never be
Mhm.
100%. But the
Nope.
the
that's what I'm saying. We will never be united. Not like the Jewish community or the Jews, because the Jewish is not the Jewish and Jews. I'm needing to talk with them.
I would say the
the same
greater percentage of our unity is on the way, and part of the reason is social media and the fact that who you listening to and who you hearing. Now that more people of prominence, those that are in the entertainment, either sports entertainment or whatever, once they start speaking out, they're going to force some of the followers, and those people that are on the fence, they're forcing them actually to take a look at what they're talking about. And
That's
those
we
the
don't
more
shut them out.
right.
Look Kanye and Kyrie now. We beefing with each other on social media over this.
Yeah, but
and we got people actually who got money, who actually is trying to put up a fight, but we call them fool and crazy and clowns.
But they're getting more support though, bro. Believe it or not, they are getting lots of support because of those that are supporting them, educating those who know nothing about what they're talking about. So it's once again, it's going to the follower mindset. Okay, well, this guy's talking about the original people. I don't care nothing about the original people. Then they'll read a post saying, we came from this and we did this, and they're talking about this. And they're like, you know what? They might not even read up on it, but it may be somebody who they respect that said, well, shoot, well, he said that, so it must be kind of true. So that starts changing something internally. So yes, it's going to take time. It's going to take time. We might not see the brunt of it in our lifetime, or by the time we see it, we may be in our last days, but I still see it coming.
But you know what you said, Drew? Yeah. You said earlier that it's on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we're waiting on it's on the way. They already in execution.
Yeah.
So my thing is, why can't we change it to execution? Because when I first came on the show, we talking about race. We talked a lot about critical race theory. That was what we did when I first came on the show. And I was like, look, forget all the BS. Let's get to the root of the problem. We already know the root of the problem. They don't want us here.
They don't want black.
But
they don't want black heritage.
They give a damn about us. Listen.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna answer your question real quick. It takes longer to fix a problem than it does to cause a problem. If you have a car, you can wreck a car in seconds, and it's going to take days to fix. So we have hundreds of years of them chopping at us and taking away from us that we've had to endure. So the process started years ago, but it's going to take, if it took them over 1,000 years to do to us what they did to us, we're not going to fix it in 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years. just as long as it took for them to destroy us, they would try to destroy us, it's going to take
No, you're right.
at least that amount of time in order to
You're right.
fix us.
No, it's gonna,
Mhm.
well, it takes longer to fix something to,
I mean,
That's why I said
they
at
gotta-
least.
yeah,
Right.
I'm listening. I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you.
Oh, welcome, Mike Scar. Mike Scar, what up, dude? I don't know who you are, but welcome to the shizzo.
Appreciate the welcome. Thank you.
Oh, Tyler, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? This is my
I-
friend. He might. I really because you are one of the most intelligent people that I know, and I was just so surprised that you said you don't want to hear anything from Candace Owens, and you being the person that you are. And I'm not trying to put you on the spot because you know I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't do that to you because I know you. But I was just so shocked. You play checkers. You don't play checkers. You play chess. You play chess all the time. So I'm thinking, why would you want to hear what you call white supremacist has to say? Why would you want to know her moves?
I know their motivations. They have no new information to add.
Huh? Hold on. What part of the country are you in, for one?
I'm in the DR.
Okay. Get on my damn nerves. Okay. So you in America. You somewhere, y'all. You somewhere. But what you saying?
I already know what she has to say. I know her motivations, and there's no new information there. Why
No.
would I need to hear anything else?
No, because the thing is, we know Candace Owens. Candace Owens gonna be Candace Owens. I was just quite surprised that she took the time to do her research on the Kyrie Irving situation instead of everybody else.
She
Like
do
Drew
be
sister
giving
said
facts, though.
earlier, jump on the bandwagon and just criticize this man on what he shared. And I was like, well, just listen to her. You was like, nope, I ain't doing that. And I was like, oh, I was just surprised. That's all.
Well, yeah, man. I have no interest in hearing anything Candace Owens has to say. I know
God damn.
what she's about. So,
God damn.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you when you know we mentioned earlier that when you first hear her, you know you're kind of turned off from her, but you know there are lots of things that she will say that will surprise you. That if you don't agree with it, then you know you're going to catch a lot of side eyes because it's not 100% of what she says that's gonna make you say, man, this chick is retarded. Because there are lots of things when it comes to us, when it comes to relationships. I had a post on my page or something she said about relationships that I was so shocked that she said it. I had to post it.
But Drew, if you really think about it,
We can't hear
she
you.
did.
We can't
She
hear you,
did
Mike.
one.
We can't hear you, Mike.
She did one.
Even if he does get something right, why would it matter? I mean, a broken clock is right twice a day.
I think we done told that like 3 times tonight.
Yeah, I mean, if she has something intelligent to say, most likely you're going to be able to find that exact same idea from someone who can express it not only more intelligently, but also with the right motivations. Whatever Candace Owen is saying is almost certainly meant to tear down Black folk ultimately. So it
But she
doesn't
didn't
even
do that
matter
this
if she
time.
happens to say something
Nah,
right.
I would. Nah, not really. I mean,
She didn't
there's
do it
depends
this
on how you
time.
look. I mean, yeah, she got some personal issues she dealing with, but facts are facts. I mean, I don't care, you know, who you are. If it's the truth, it's the truth. You know. So why are we gonna ignore the truth because it's coming from somebody we don't like?
That's kind of like shooting the
we
messenger.
heard.
Why
But
would we
Drew,
reward somebody
hey Drew,
who has ultimately evil motivations for whatever truth that they are espousing. Why not get our truths from someone who has clean motivations that we can trust?
Like who? Joe Biden?
Yeah,
Come
well,
Kamala
that is
Harris,
a good question. Like,
like
Joe Biden is a hell of a lot more, is a lot more aligned to what we
he's a
need than
lesser of
Candace
two
Owens.
evils. Lesser of two evils. That's all.
and that led to the two evil
Okay,
shit is
but it's
bullshit.
still lesser than Candace
I mean,
Owens.
you want to get fucked or you want to get fucked with no
Lesser is still
lubrication?
better.
I mean,
Exactly.
look, that's
But
all it is. You want to
Hey,
get fucked in the asshole or you want to get fucking asshole lubrication? What
millions
you want to be more
of people
comfortable?
on
hey,
The lubrication? Or
hey,
I mean, what is lubrication? That's all it is.
hey! I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but in 2016 we had a lesser of two evils. So the way I predict it is like this: we are going to have a female president
When?
next year. The Republicans won the House. They're going to do some bullshit.
They
You
won the
already
house.
know.
They won the house.
They're close.
And
I
almost
probably
don't count though. Almost don't count.
No, 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 no. My whole thing is like this. They're gonna do some. It's like this. In 2024, um,
Who
the
you think?
Republicans.
Who you think the woman president gonna be? Who?
No, what I'm trying to say is that they no Z chill out. What I'm trying to say is that they're gonna do that little petty game shit like, oh, we're gonna appease Joe Biden and shit like that, not knowing that you do know the chain of command and shit like that. They that's the way they gonna do it. But in 2024, I mean, they want Ron DeSantis. They want Suge Knight. They want Suge Knight in Florida.
That's a female?
No.
No,
No, but
Ron DeSantis.
you just said that we're gonna have a woman president, and I was like, what's your guarantee that we're gonna have
No,
a female president?
no,
I think I get what
no.
he's saying. He's saying that the Republicans are going to have the Santos run, and we're going to wind up with, and they're going to vote Biden in, and something going to happen to Biden, and then we'll have a woman president.
Oh.
But hell, Donald Trump gonna announce he gonna run for president, and he already said that, you know what I'm saying, y'all don't back me up, I'm gonna burn this motherfucker down. So I'm sitting in the chair. Yo,
Who said
this
that?
man ain't gonna burn.
Who said that? Who said that?
Donald Trump said he gonna now think about it. Donald Trump ain't gonna take this shit. He ain't gonna take this shit easily. You already know that.
I miss Donald. I miss Donald. I miss the Donald and his theatrics. I miss the Donald and his theatrics. Sorry.
Yeah, I like,
I don't miss
man,
any of his racist bullshit.
Huh?
I definitely don't miss any of Donald Trump's racist bullshit.
No. I'm not talking about the racist part. I'm talking about his ignorance of, like, did he really just say that? Wow.
Yeah, Z. Remember when he said drink some bleach? Yeah, I missed it.
Hey,
Wow, I missed it.
what flavor y'all boy want? What flavor y'all boy want?
Donald Trump did say he would burn this shit down if he can't win their nomination. But what I think people are missing is that their voters, those Donald Trump voters, are exactly as happy to vote for DeSantis. So
No, they're not. No,
have that power.
No,
Yeah,
they're not. Like, you got to realize that there's.
remember, you got to keep this in mind.
They will vote for anybody as long as the Democrat ain't in office. Okay.
I just about to say that it's just like we have been
Don't give a
voting
damn.
Democrat, they've been voting Republican straight down the line.
But if you really think about it, if Donald Trump announced that he's going to run, he pretty much give Joe Biden the win, because think about it now, the Republicans, they don't even really like him. They said,
So
bro,
he had to
you
be on
need
the ticket first, though. I mean, if
Yeah,
he's
no,
announcing and
no.
he's running, that's not saying he's going to get the Republican ticket.
Drew, think about it. This man had about 50 people he supported, and only 10 of them won. So what that tells you?
That means that people ain't rocking with him like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he need, like they telling him, like, bro, you need to chill. And he said, fuck that. He said, "Y'all don't support me. I'm gonna burn this motherfucker down." So we thinking like, "Oh, well,
I
what
mean,
receipts you got?"
he ain't talking about, I mean, literally, but
He
again,
got receipts. He got
this
receipts.
this is the
Z. He
Donald.
got.
Well, I mean, I'm just a citizen of this place called
Yes. Yes.
America. So I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't give
Yeah.
a
We
damn.
wanna. We
I don't
wanna
give a
see.
damn.
Hey Z. Let's keep it 100. We want to see them receipts.
Listen, ain't bother me. My taxes ain't going down. I mean,
Yeah.
and helping my people. I don't care about none of that. Seriously, I really don't.
Hey,
I really don't.
So
Trump had the money flowing. Trump had
But
the money
I ain't
flowing.
gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trump
$400
had the money flowing.
But you know that,
I mean,
of course,
I
that
give
with that,
respect.
as they always say, when they throw you a bone, just know there's some something behind it. Of course, yeah. When did he start throwing the money? Closer to election time.
That was Biden.
It
Biden
ain't
threw all
matter.
that money.
I took
No,
advantage of
the
it, and
first one,
I ain't got no money
I
for
hate
Biden yet. My
first two,
student loan's still there. Listen,
I
right?
hate hey, I hate to tell you, old boy, Trump, I got 1,400 for him. I got 800 for him in December. He said he wanted 2,000 for it. I ain't mean no harm, but I got more from Trump than Biden. They
yep.
said with
That's what I'm
Biden,
saying.
no,
Listen.
but I'm saying with Biden, you know, saying Biden said, "Hey, we about to give you 2,000." Mitch McConnell said, "Nah, fuck that. We ain't about to do that." You got like on your side. I I can say at the end of the day, Mitch McConnell and his boys, they ain't trying to hear that shit.
I mean,
You
Donald
got
Trump did
to
a lot of us did start a lot of businesses under Donald Trump. I ain't giving him the
yeah,
credit.
And
I ain't
but
yeah,
giving him the
'cause-
credit.
and that was
However,
all
this
part
is
of the plan.
according to 48
I
laws of
mean,
power. I mean,
he he was bringing jobs back to the states. He was supporting small businesses. He was giving
he's
people
not
the
so
blueprint.
black owned.
he's not
I couldn't get a PPP loan. I couldn't get a
he's
grant.
not supporting small businesses because answer me this.
Mm.
Kanye West and Tom Brady got a PPP loan, but I know 3 people that I know from the block that didn't get a PPP loan that legit run their
Right.
business. Yeah, that's
So
what I'm
why you
saying.
don't think
So
I mean
why you don't think they
that
have
happened
yeah,
legit
all over
business?
the board.
Why you
That
don't
happened
think they
all
have
across the
legit
board.
businesses? They can have legit businesses. They just happen to be public figures that makes a lot of money. But they can have legit businesses. It
A
could be
lot of
something
people
in the
just didn't know
paperwork
how to
that
do the
wasn't
paperwork either.
right.
Listen, this is how I see it. I look at the timing of everything. When Trump first got in office, all he did was act stupid. The first year, first and second year, but when he started thinking about being reelected, that's when money started becoming involved, because that's the one thing that he thinks of as the bottom line. So in his mind, if I can get this money out to a lot of people that can say they need it or whatever, all right, Mike, you gotta come back sometime. We here on Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Mike
He
say he
always
about
out of
to.
he always out of the country.
So with the money flowing in, he's thinking that he's actually buying some support.
But you know what? You can't say that because
That's
That's a bottom line, dude.
no. Literally, for real, for all presidents,
that's what they all
everybody
do.
buy
they have two
votes.
jobs.
Everybody
No, they
buy
have
That's what
no
they all
presidents. No,
do.
listen, for real.
Z.
Presidents have
Everybody buy votes.
listen. Presidents
Everybody
have
buy
two
votes.
jobs.
Yep.
Listen. Presidents have two jobs. When they first get reelected, when they first get elected,
Mhm.
their first job is how can I be reelected? The second job is once I get reelected, how can I be remembered? That's all they care about.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's all
listen,
they care about.
not
All
to
that in
interrupt you
between
guys.
is bullshit. They don't give a damn about nothing else.
Hey, Z,
Yes.
not to interrupt you, but I'm looking at while y'all talking. I'm looking at CNN News
Well,
and
Ukraine?
no, just announced
You ain't
Trump has announced his reelection.
Let me go.
Yeah.
Look, let me go and sell my stock, but the
Yeah,
stock
yeah.
is about to drop.
And guess what? And guess what? That just helped Joe Biden because he just split the ticket because the Republicans don't want him to announce it. They wanted him to announce it next year because guess what? Herschel Walker is they want to So you know what?
Hold on, what?
Big
What? You didn't
All
follow
right,
through on
Drew.
something.
All right, Drew,
Look, he
check this
looking
out.
all crazy. He
All right,
looking
no,
crazy.
no. I'm gonna check it out.
He's
Drew,
drinking.
in the Senate, the Democrats got a tie lead, meaning that they got control in the Senate. If
Mhm.
the Reverend wins in the runoff, they pretty much got a control lead.
What
If you
reverend?
really
What
think
state? What reverend? What state?
in
He's talking about
Georgia,
that
in
guy,
Georgia, in
Georgia, that guy
Georgia, in
running
Georgia,
The,
in
against
the
Georgia,
Herschel
runoff.
Walker.
yeah,
The
in
runoff.
Georgia.
You
If
said
yeah,
the reverend? Are you talking about Hezekiah? Hezekiah, Jesus.
Herschel,
Lord
Herschel
Z
Walker.
Z.
Herschel
Hezekiah,
Walker.
Reverend
Too
Hezekiah
much
Walker
wine,
ran
y'all.
for
Too much wine.
10,000 yards.
Herschel Walker.
I Z. Check this out. The old school Republicans did not want Donald Trump to announce him running for president because he fucking up their money.
Rain
That's
or
all I
party.
can say. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So he did that. So he already said that if y'all not gonna back me up, I'm gonna burn this motherfucker down. So you know what? Hey, I'm gonna sit back and say, yo, Donald Trump, go ahead, burn this motherfucker down.
So he announced that he run for presidency.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
Donald Trump
yeah,
is that
but
petty though. He is that petty.
And
He
then,
is.
and then, and
yeah,
then he
he
Yeah,
just
I
petty
was
said,
just
now.
about to say that.
and
He
then
is,
he
even
just,
if
Petty,
even if he doesn't
and then
win
he
on the
just,
ticket, he'll
yeah,
run
he
on his
petty.
own.
Yeah, he
and then,
petty now. Like think about it. Like, let's be honest.
hey, hey,
He
Josh,
ain't say, huh?
Because
Josh,
he's not
he
thinking about
just,
what's best for the
he
party,
just,
just what he want
I'm
to do.
looking at, I'm
Let's say
watching.
The Donald, because I have to call him the Donald. The Donald. What is our
Nah,
program this time in our
Z,
reelection? The
Hey,
Donald.
Z,
Josh, Josh,
You gotta
It-
call him Big T, Big
No,
T.
hey,
no, no, no,
hey,
no. His name is the
hey,
Donald
Josh,
because he called us the
Nah, Big
blacks.
T,
He
Big
called us
Josh,
T.
the blacks, so his
hey,
name is gonna
Josh,
hey,
be the
Stacy got something
Donald.
to say. Hey, Stacy trying to say something.
Go ahead, Stacy.
Josh,
Okay,
Josh, you listening? Josh,
yeah, I'm listening.
listen, he just said, this is not my campaign. This is our campaign.
Who is our?
No, I didn't say
Like,
that.
who
What I
believes that?
said,
No.
no,
I'm
No,
saying that's what Donald Trump just said. I'm looking at CNN
she's
News while
talking about
y'all
live
talking,
action right now, Josh.
and he just said, this is not my campaign. This is our campaign.
and you
Who's
believe
our?
that? You
Oh,
believe that?
hell no. Hell no.
No,
Yeah.
no. Who is our? Who is our?
Hey Z, you believe that?
Who's included in
No,
this?
I mean, I don't know who is ours, so I can't. I can't. I don't have no. I don't
Drew,
have a response.
Drew.
I
Hey
need an out.
Drew,
Who's our?
try to tell you. I try to tell you, Drew. That man did a LeBron James. We going to South Beach.
But see, here it
And look,
is
they
right
ain't even
here.
warm enough. Buy me a house of Belize.
Belize.
No, Belize.
Belize.
No, I won't go to Belize. I ain't talking about Belize, Bali. Buy me
Okay.
a house in Bali. I ain't want to go to Belize, Bali.
Oh man, fucking did this shit.
Oh, but here's
Donald
how
Trump,
this is.
Donald Trump promised me that I will buy you a house in Bali if you vote for me. Hell yeah!
Hey man, this man said
You
make
gonna fill the
America.
refrigerator too? Because I gotta eat.
Hey
I ain't just
Drew,
going over there just to live over there and starve.
All
hey
right.
Drew,
Yeah.
Drew. This man
Listen,
said make America first again. Boy, look here. Black people look like when it. Yo,
But you know, here's something else. Time
hold
right
on.
back into the.
I gotta digest this. He said, "Make America first again."
Yeah.
yes. Your
Yeah.
boy, yes, yeah. First, when, cause we got so many slave places in South Carolina. Please tell me this.
Make America first again. So that's what if
That's
he's
just
saying what
probably his
First of
I
what?
campaign
but
slogan.
right,
He
right.
probably mean first as on the list, economically, which we never really were because we owe everybody money.
Listen,
Okay. Boy, you brought out right before I
Nah,
called.
no.
talk about
Mm-mm.
the igneous,
Hell no.
people that were here first. I mean, what
Yeah.
first are we speaking about? The Donald?
Hey, hey, Z.
The Donald,
Hey,
see you
Donald.
hey,
okay?
Z. Hey, no, Z. How many slave houses we got in Charleston?
Jay, how many slave houses, how many plantations we got in Charleston? Officially and unofficially? Well, we
I
got
mean,
plenty of
shit.
those.
I
We got
mean,
plenty of those.
that depends on what y'all call a plantation, because
Listen, that's what I'm saying. Officially and
right.
unofficially,
I
we got
mean,
plenty of those.
everywhere is a plantation.
Hey, I heard
So
Okay.
vaccination is a state of mind. You're right.
Everywhere is a
Right.
plantation. We can't freely make
hold
our
up,
own money.
hold up.
We
Z,
got no
John's been drinking.
generational
John's
wealth.
been drinking.
We
no,
gonna
Z,
check the check.
what you drinking? I saw that cup. What you
You saw
drinking?
tea. This is
No,
burnt
you
off
ain't saw
tea.
no damn tea. I ain't
Listen,
saw no
you
damn tea.
you know,
That
me
shit look
what's
pink.
going on in lot
I
38.
told y'all I
Mind
just
your
got off
business.
work, so y'all
Mind
know
your
I'm
business.
drinking.
Hey, Drew.
Hey,
That-
we can't. We can all sing together, but we can't all talk together.
She quiet. She at?
hey, Z. That thing
Right,
look pink.
Josh.
I'm sorry, Z.
It is
Z. That thing.
rose. It is
No.
rose. It is
You
So,
sure?
quiet.
Hey,
Z,
I'm
Drew.
colorblind. Don't ask me nothing about
Thank you,
colors.
Z.
Don't ever
Appreciate
ask me
you.
anything about
Thank
colors
you.
because I'm
Thank you.
colorblind.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna yell out
Thank
the
you.
wrong color, and you're gonna look at me like
Thank
I'm
you.
crazy.
I'm the president of We Mind Our Motherfucking Business Incorporated.
She's trying to
So
elect
you
people.
see what I say,
Yeah.
you see. You see what I say, you see.
So let me
So-
ask this
so-
question. We're gonna go back to the topic. Now,
Seriously, go ahead.
as we've been speaking on politics and certain people and certain mindsets, going back to who do we listen to and why we listen to them and what do we hear. So with a lot of things that you could say about Candace, you could say about Donald's, you could say about Kanye's, you could say about Kyrie, as in the masses, speaking in a general sense, how much of what the majority knows is from hearing, listening to the wrong people, and why? Why is it that we listen more to the wrong, well, the masses, when I say we, because I think everybody on this panel more or less will form their own opinions from their experiences and research and personal knowledge. But why is it that the masses would rather be led than to do the same as us? Go ahead, sir. He raising his hand like we in church.
Yeah, man. I'm just trying to be polite. I'm just trying to be polite, sir. But I personally feel like the masses of our people, we're afraid to be independent. I think we have.
I can agree with that.
It's easier to just let these people take care of us and issue out what they want to issue us. Like we don't want to homeschool our own children. We don't want, it's a lot of things they've made convenient for us. So we stay stuck in that mindset. And I think a lot of the masses, they really just don't want to know the truth. They don't care to know the truth. They well, y'all ever seen The Matrix? And when your boy went and snitched on him, he was like, I enjoy my steak, like I want to have a nice steak, And so I feel like, a lot of our people like that, they want their crab legs, they want their tail pork, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to be home with these kids all day. They ready. We have a weather. They mad because they kids at the house. Like, how you mad your kids home? Like we not gotten away from all of that. We not gotten away from family.
Man,
Yes.
forget
not
that.
necessarily religion, but spirituality. You know,
Yes.
we've gotten away from a lot of that, and it's easy for us to just, take what they give us.
Now that brings up something interesting, Nick, that popped into my mind. The dependence that we found to be so easy, depending on others to do while we sit back. Is there any point of time, let's say throughout history, where you saw that become more prevalent? Because it seems like at one point, with us sticking together more and us willing to do for each other as well as ourselves, we tried to build ourselves up, even though the turmoils of life itself, and coupled with racism, systemic racism, as well as the physical and mental abuse. We didn't stop. We continually tried. So in your opinion, what era was it where we just stopped trying and said, F it, let them give me this money. Let them take care of me and do whatever. And I just go with the flow.
I would say it probably is between 95 to 2000, early
Oh, God.
2000, late 90s. I think a lot of attitudes switched.
So do you agree?
The
I didn't
last.
interrupt you.
I tell y'all what.
Agree? Do you agree that it was our generation?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think our generation.
First person that agree with me, I'm
No,
like, and they
for
were like,
real.
no, I don't think so. That's why y'all sucked.
We the last we were low-key kids, you know what I'm saying? Like we were doing grown folk shit in the 10th, 9th grade.
Yes.
You know, we was home by ourselves. You know, we opened like we walked we ain't had no school bus and not like I mean I can't tell you with any other region, but I know as far as Charleston concerned, like we was grown, early. We was grown early, and that also was the era after the crack era, where a lot of fathers was missing in the home. Most of my peers that I grew up with, we didn't have a father. Not putting no blame on that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But if you just look the demographic of family, how it changed since then, it has a lot to do with it. Our era now, we grandmas now. We ain't watching no damn grandkids. We're not watching our
grandbabies. That's why I told my kids, you better wait till I'm 50.
Right, exactly.
I want to watch my grandbabies.
So our kids, our ain't no more grandmamas, ain't no more big mamas.
You right.
Sadly. All of that ended at our era.
Yeah.
I mean, we got our money now. We got our hustle down. We gonna go out there and get that money. We gonna give our kids all the things we didn't have. Instead of giving them all the things we didn't learn.
Right.
And I think that started a lot of it.
Ooh.
Wow.
You just said something right there.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Ooh. Boy, they need to put that on a t-shirt. You better trademark that.
We had a time last night.
You got to take some blame for that.
Ooh.
Well, as Z knows, I say it's the current the previous generation before us. Let's see, you're saying after the crack era. During the crack era is when I was a kid. So I guess I'm a couple years older. So, okay. but I would say it was the generation before me, before us. But as you laid it out, just from me listening to what you said and internalizing it, can y'all hear me? Somebody got some background. Who watching TV? Who watching TV? Hold on, let me see something here. Hold on.
It's on pause.
Okay. All right. So as I was saying, as I listen to what you say, it does make sense. It's logical, and I can see the effects of it. But I still see where the previous generation, the sins of the father, us having to come up like that was because of what the previous generation did. You understand? We were latchkey kids. There were plenty of times I remember I came home myself
But-
right there. I'm from Walterboro. I came in
Okay.
8th grade. Ain't nobody home. Got to do what I got to do. You know,
Yes.
but that was because of how it was not set up for me not to have to do that.
I mean, but
So-
I wasn't. Well, I mean, I had both parents in the home. There was always somebody wrong with my dad, my ass. I mean, but I feel that
And you was
the
still hot.
I feel that our parents and our excuse me. Oh, okay. Anyway, so my thing is, where I came from a 2-parent home, my parents and my grandparents did what they were supposed to do. They educated themselves as much as they could. They came back to the community and they gave back. Our generation, 90 through, I'm gonna say our generation, Generation X. We went off to college and a lot of
Get
us
that
stayed
money.
away instead of returning back to the community. That's why I keep saying
We're
we
gone.
failed our generation because we did not return back to the community like our previous generation did.
So
That's
are
why
you?
I say
And if-
that.
Are
and
you?
if
But are you
if
looking
y'all-
at just? Go ahead.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just piggyback on her because, you know, as far as, you know, what she was saying, like not coming back. Like I remember growing up, you know, they were like, yo, I ever get out this motherfucker, I ain't never coming back.
That's
And
my
that was
point.
everybody's
That was my
attitude.
point.
When
But
we
see,
were
that was not our
teenagers, you
parents'
know what I'm saying?
attitude.
No,
was
that
not
wasn't
our
our
parents'
parents'
attitude.
attitude. That was our attitude.
Right.
We was getting the hell on. I mean, I
Right.
did. I left. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I
I
came
left
back
too.
after many years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know that was the attitude. You know, get the
But-
hell up out this hole.
But see,
But see,
and
my thing is, we think in retrospect, we wasn't as poor as our parents. We think we were poor, but we wasn't
No,
as
we
poor
weren't.
as our
No, we
parents.
were
and
not.
that plays a role. There is one factor right there.
So my thing is, we wasn't as poor as our parents as we think we were in middle and high school. But my thing is, our parents say we going and we giving back. Our attitude is we getting the fuck out of here. We ain't coming back until it's necessary. Why did we have that attitude? What triggered us to say, I ain't never coming back to this motherfucker? I'm trying
Okay,
to
well,
leave.
here's one thing. Your situation, you're the exception, not the norm.
There you go.
No.
But listen.
I was one of the
listen.
people that say, I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm not coming back here.
No,
No,
but
he
once
meant
again, like I
about
said,
having your parents.
having your
Oh, okay.
parents, having
Okay.
that, you are the
Wait a minute.
exception, not the norm.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Stop. So
There
you're
were
saying-
there's a few people that, you know, some strong
few.
families kept it going. Yeah,
few.
but we talking about majority.
Right.
I'm
We're-
saying the majority. I'm sorry to say I'm in the majority that did not go back to my community because
Well,
I
okay, so
felt
as we look at those ahead of before us, though, if we look at the norm in your situation, you're saying where you were, they came back. But let's look at a lot of other situations, because remember, you're talking about Charleston, you're talking about a thriving city, you're talking about a place with a good economy.
no, I'm talking about as a whole. I'm talking about a
No,
whole.
okay, and I'm talking about as a whole.
No, I'm talking about a whole because I did the research as a time frame as our parents before us and our grandparents. They did go away to college, the ones that could afford to go to college, but they also came back to their community. We say we getting hell on and we ain't coming back here.
I can tell you from my generation, from my area. So
Right.
you can speak for. I'm speaking for Walterboro. There were lots from my parents' generation that are if they went to college, they went somewhere else. A lot of them joined the military. A lot of them had family in northern areas where their grandparents or great grandparents had siblings that lived there. They left once they had the opportunity because economics plays a huge role. Who
I agree.
wants to get a college degree and come back and make peanuts or nothing? And remember, there are more people in the small areas. If you take the cities, you have
Right.
cities, you have Charleston, Columbia, You can count
Greenville.
Myrtle Beach,
Greenville,
Florence,
Greenville.
Greenville, Spartanburg, but think about the rest of the areas that you're not
I'm
mentioning.
thinking about other states. I'm thinking
Okay,
about
other
us
state,
as
other
I'm
states
thinking
are the
about us
same.
as southern, us southern.
Okay, look
Like-
at Georgia. What big cities are in
Yeah.
Georgia? What
Like
big
3.
cities are in
Atlanta.
Alabama? What big?
Uh,
Savannah's not a
Huntsville.
big city. Savannah's really not a big
No,
city.
I say Atlanta. I
Oh,
say Atlanta.
Atlanta, and where else?
That's it.
That's it.
Thank
Because
you.
it ain't Augusta.
Okay.
It
Augusta,
ain't
Augusta
Savannah.
probably the closest. Augusta
Uh, uh,
probably the closest.
I think they got more population in Savannah than Augusta, because Augusta's
Okay,
really
so
not that
what
big.
about Alabama? What about Alabama?
Huntsville because of the military bases.
Okay,
and
that's
You got
Birmingham.
Montgomery,
Birmingham is lower poverty. What's the other?
Montgomery.
Selma,
Montgomery. You got 3
Gadsden.
cities. You got 3 cities.
Birmingham,
And
Montgomery.
one of them is a military town, so that really
Huntsville.
doesn't count. Huntsville really would
Huntsville.
be nothing without the. Let's go to
Right,
Mississippi.
right.
Let's go to Mississippi.
Biloxi.
Biloxi,
That's it.
and that's what,
So-
and that's because of the casinos.
So you
'Cause it
see
ain't
where I'm
Jackson.
going with this, and you're
It ain't
wondering why
Jackson.
these people left in the South. We're looking at the South. Florida is the only state that can say they have more cities than like any other state. And
In the
you're not
South.
leaving because the weather and the economy is there because of the weather.
Yep.
True.
And free
And
state
Drew, you,
and
Drew-
the state tax thing, yeah.
Drew,
So
Drew,
if you want to,
you
I mean,
hit
you
that
want
one
to
on the
know
head,
why
though,
they
Drew.
left, why the majority of them left, and there was a lot that left because they didn't want to come back if they didn't have to.
Hey, Drew, I'm gonna tell you something.
I get
My
that.
people are from that town I told you, King Street, South Carolina.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You think they were gonna, when they left there, you think they were going back there? I don't think so.
Hey, okay,
So my
and that's right.
my thing is, so if they didn't go back there, so who were teaching us in school? Maybe I'm basing it off of Charleston because that's what they did in that area. But I was also trying to base it as the entire United States, not just the South.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
just the South, because
okay.
you got to remember, our people migrated to Chicago, our people migrated to California. I mean, our people migrated
Okay, so-
everywhere else. But
So
go ahead.
so we trying to put it on a massive scale, you know, as far as the United States. Okay, so we kind of know the demographic here, and I'm pretty sure it's like that probably in the majority of the states, some states maybe even worse. So we got whole states where there's, you know, a lot of poverty, okay? And
Yeah.
when people
The
are
South,
poverty
controlled
from
by the
those,
Republicans. Go ahead.
I mean, whether you in the north, west, east, south, it's
Poverty.
poor cities everywhere.
Everywhere.
So
Right.
so I mean you can't just go to state, you can't just see a whole state and think every city in that state is doing well. So when you compare those states to our states, you got to think they got the same mentality. When they leave from somebody in Gaston, Alabama, you know, when they leave Gaston, Alabama, they get a big job in San Diego, California, they not coming back.
Yeah.
I agree.
No, you're
Yeah.
right. Absolutely right.
They not
Yeah.
coming back. And that's
Yeah,
everywhere.
I mean,
Yeah,
And
I know
even-
that from
and even-
Pennsylvania.
and even the big cities up north, like they be wanting to leave the city. They be wanting
Yeah.
to leave. They be wanting to come and buy land and
But I can't
it's
blame
too
you on
crowded
that.
there. Like Chicago
Yeah.
and New York, like they want to leave too.
Yeah.
That's
And it
everywhere.
didn't.
So
And
what
it didn't
made
start
us-
with our generation. That didn't start with our generation. That started
no.
with previous generations.
So let me
Mhm.
let me ask you this. So what made us stray? Well, I already got the answer to this, but I just want to hear y'all opinion. What made us strayed away from supporting our own? Because we are the masses, we are the mass consumers. All of us could get paid. I mean, seriously, all of us could be millionaires if we were to support each other.
Jealousy
There's a lot
and
of
greed.
layers to that.
Yeah, okay.
Without the jealousy.
and
If
greed.
you can
Uh-huh.
give a without the jealousy.
There's a lot of layers of that.
Who wants the first shot at this? you
We'll
want the
give it
first
to
shot?
Zoom
I
user.
just threw my, I just threw my point. I mean, look at it. If I got $1 million, for example, and I know you need $1 million, I should help you, right? But because
The thing is, you don't have to have $1 million. What
no,
you
but I'm
can,
just saying.
you can,
But
you
what I'm
can, pay-
saying
you,
is,
you can spend
that's
your
how they are.
money. No, but my thing is, you can spend your everyday income supporting a Black business like the other
But
cultures
right.
do.
And if
But we're not
everybody
gonna.
did it,
But we're-
everybody would keep
right.
money.
But
Right.
no, but we're not gonna do that. Though. But look what we do. We'll go to the Chinese restaurants. We'll go to the other stores and say if we got a store, we're not gonna go in that business. We'll go to the Chinese store before we go into our own business.
I go wherever tastes good.
See-
Listen,
Hey,
I'm in
listen.
Colombia. I'm in Colombia. Ain't nothing tastes good up here. So
And all of this going right back to what I was saying about us not supporting like Black celebrities, people with money.
Right.
But because we don't want to help another nigga get no money.
Thank
Okay,
you.
and
the point I was
that's
trying
the
to make.
current
Thank you.
mentality.
We
but why?
no, that's what I'm saying. That's how we think. And when I say we, I'm not saying
Yeah.
me,
No,
but
Yeah,
right. I
yeah,
get,
as
I
a
know.
get it.
Right.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like we don't because the first thing they gonna say, like, yeah, Edmund got that new restaurant. Oh, fuck that nigga.
Yep.
Right. See,
You know what I'm
Yo.
saying? Like
exactly
that nigga
right.
used to
You know what the sad thing
do
is?
this and
It be
that.
your
Exactly
You know
right.
what I'm
It be
saying?
your
And then
friends that
it's
say that. It be
already
your
they
friends that
already
say
gonna
that.
spoke. He done smashed my gal back in the. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever happened,
Yeah, they is
they
dumb
gonna
like that.
bring
Right.
that's
I
gonna
mean,
be
I'll give y'all.
that's gonna end
I'll give
everything.
y'all.
And
I'll give y'all.
so I'm
Right.
not going. I don't want to open a
Right. I mean,
restaurant in my
I'll give y'all a
hometown.
perfect
I can
example.
open a restaurant somewhere where nobody
Right.
know me, and
Right.
that shit will
But
explode.
the thing is, you could do the same thing in Charleston, and you will get more support from people that do not know you than the people that'll know you.
Oh
which
yeah,
is
and
sad.
those are the people I'm targeting. I'm not, and I don't want to hurt no feelings, but I
Glad
am
you
not
said that.
targeting my
I'm
people.
glad you said that. See, that's what I mean.
I am not target. That is not my market.
About your demographic, mine
Right.
either.
That is not my market.
Now, AZ.
I'm
Uh-huh.
getting them Jew. I'm getting the Jew
Now,
money.
I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Z. There's a
I'm a
restaurant
Jew.
here in
I got
Connecticut.
2%. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Man.
Listen,
Go ahead.
there's a restaurant right here in Connecticut called Sandra's Soul Food. Right? It's right in the hood. It's called Congress Avenue up here.
Uh-huh.
Why they don't have no business? And they Black. It's a married couple. People go
It
outside
could
their
be no,
restaurant.
listen, because
But let me tell you what they do. Let me tell you
I'm
what
a
they
big
do.
soul food advocate. It could
They
be
will
the
pass
food.
their restaurant and go downtown New Haven and eat in a white restaurant before they go to them.
But see, I'm a food person. I'm a food
Right.
connoisseur. I like to taste the seasoning in my food and the
Mhm.
spices. So maybe they don't have all of that. I can't say why people don't patronize restaurants. Me, I'm patronizing
people-
because
I
it tastes
but-
good.
have an
I don't
idea.
give a
I have
damn.
an
I don't
idea.
give a damn who cook
But-
the food.
but-
If it
But
tastes
see,
good and I'm not
the
eating
point
no
I'm
roast,
trying to make
I'm
is
good with it.
right.
I'm
But
good
see,
with
the point I'm trying to make is they are a Black-owned restaurant.
Well, my thing is, we have to realize we have to be accountable as Black-owned businesses.
Mhm.
We are rude as fuck.
And look,
Oh,
I
I
know
was
that
about to
for a
say
fact,
that.
yeah.
I was about to say
Yeah.
that. I was about to say that.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
because when
Right.
I said there was
Right.
so many layers
Rude as
because
hell.
Yeah.
also we
For customer service, I am
we
paying for
have to
customer
have
service.
our people need
Right.
better customer service. Our people need better
Right.
I mean,
customer service.
Right.
listen.
And also
I mean,
there are unreal expectations placed on our businesses that aren't placed on other businesses.
True.
You
True.
have your people first thing they want is a discount. Come
There you
on,
go.
bro. You
Yeah.
don't go anywhere
Yeah.
else and ask
Yeah.
for a
to
discount.
say that,
Yeah.
wherever I go, I ask for a discount. I don't discriminate who I ask for discount for. You could be Indian, Korean. I don't give a damn who you are. I am asking for the friends and family and retention discount. Listen,
Right.
I go to the gas station almost every day up the street. I know they're gonna tell me no, but they're gonna tell me yeah. One day they be like, no discount.
Right.
Y'all
Right.
gonna give me
Right.
a discount one day. I'll give it that where I go. I go to the gas station. I even go to the bank. can y'all waive these fees? I don't want to pay it. Why should I?
And another
listen, listen, when I go
another
to the
problem.
grocery store, I ask their people, can I
Y'all
have
go,
your friends and family discount? Listen.
y'all gonna pay me for my food. I telling you that. Y'all gonna,
Hey, but
I
peep this,
charging
peep
what
this
they charge.
also.
I
But
I
see,
charge
my
you
thing
mark.
is,
Listen,
you
my menu ain't even gonna have prices on it. Market price.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
Market
about.
price.
That's what I'm talking about.
Unreal expectation number 2.
What?
One swinging out. People will go to McDonald's, they'll go to Wendy's, they can have a bad experience. They'll keep going to McDonald's and Wendy's.
Yep.
But you
know
have
what? We
one
also
bad
have to
experience with
realize-
that
but you also have
Black-owned
to realize
business.
But
They
you
ain't
also
going
realize
back.
we are franchising those businesses as well. So you have to
Right.
realize when you go to, because I don't go to McDonald's. I ain't even sit here and lie. I have a personal boycott McDonald's. So because when you go to drive-through, you have to pay a drive-through tax, which doesn't make any motherfucking sense. But anyway,
what?
so yeah, okay. So when you go to McDonald's, look at your receipt, and it has a drive-through tax. I ain't making this shit up. I
Oh,
promise
see,
you.
I don't
believe
do drive-through. I go
I
Never
love
knew
inside.
that.
McDonald's. I'm boycott McDonald's.
Never
I've been
knew that
boycotting
either.
McDonald's for years. So
I
my
don't
thing
eat
is,
out.
I never
just
knew
because
that.
you see it McDonald's, it's not owned by this. It's not owned
Right.
by McDonald's. It's franchised by that individual, and you can tell. Sorry to say, you can tell. Who has the urbanized ownership of the McDonald's versus when you go in other areas, the Caucasians have ownership of the McDonald's. I hate to say it. But you can
But
tell.
they still patronize it, even if they have
Yeah.
problems. That's what I'm saying.
I'm
Yeah,
not
you
doing
do.
that.
Yeah.
I work too hard for my money. When I boycott. Look, I have personal boycotts. Walmart, listen, personal boycotts. But
Unexpected expectations number 3.
so my thing is why, but again though, why can't like Atlanta have their own they have their own what they call black what they call in Atlanta?
Talking about
Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street.
Wall Street.
And I was like, okay, y'all, I'm getting my family together. Yo, we can do a Black Wall Street, blah, 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 blah. Why would you want to do that? I'm like, y'all motherfuckers get on my goddamn nerve. I hate my family. Why can't we do that in Charleston? Why can't we do that in Charleston? Because look, Jay, we spending the money.
People want
Spending the money.
People want instant, ratification. They want. No one wants to wait.
We too
You know.
old for
No.
instant gratification because you know what? What happened to instant gratification? Oh, okay. We all know what happened with instant gratification. It only lasts for a couple of seconds.
Right.
Then we back where we started.
That's
Number
what we want.
number 3. When we go to a Black-owned business, and I'm going to say we, of course, I don't mean us, but generalization. Right. When we go to a Black-owned business, we don't take into account all that this person has put into having a small business per se. We only think of, well, if I went to Walmart, they'd have XYZ. Walmart has billions of dollars to put into their stores.
Right.
Right. With a
And
P.
listen, and it still only got 2 registers open.
Yeah.
And, right. But it's a lack of respect of what that person had to go through in order to put this together with so much competition out there in whatever avenue it's in. So those are like, to me, those are the top 3 expectations that really illogical expectations placed on Black businesses, which in turn gives other people, it feels like it gives them the right to bash those businesses. And really, people say, well, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. And we have more than enough wealth to share amongst Black businesses.
Thank you.
And not only once you share and the support, oh my gosh, the support. You support me, I support you. And a lot of people, their mindset is so narrow, they don't think that support is not always monetary. I might
Right.
not ever go to my man Edmund's restaurant, but I might send 30, 40 people there, and who knows how many people they send there. And
There you
I
Right.
go.
did that with word of mouth.
Right, got
We
you.
There
learned
you
that
go.
in marketing
Right.
class. Word
There
of
you
mouth
go.
is the cheapest
There
marketing
you
you can
go.
get, but it's
Yep.
and once
But you know
again,
what?
it's
Because
who you
them
listen
other
to.
folks do it. Them other folks do it all the
Exactly.
time.
Exactly. But see, once again, going back to the topic, who you listening to and why. If we don't have people out there correcting those that say stuff like that, not everybody's
Mhm.
going to listen.
Yeah.
But you get enough people listening, it changes the tide. But if
Mhm.
nobody puts it, if you don't drop that pebble in the lake, it can't create the ripples.
But you know
Right.
what, Drew? You
Yo,
can you
yo.
can do that. You can do that over and over. But I think most of us that are serious on what we're trying to do, I
Mhm.
think we're tired of talking to a wall. We're tired of speaking to deaf ears.
Yeah.
I mean, because our people, I'll be honest, our people are exhausting. And I
Yeah.
hate to say that, but they are.
Yeah, yeah.
They
Yeah, you
really
right about
are.
that one, yeah.
But
Yeah.
And the only
here's the
reason that
formula.
we keep pushing through because we know what we have to do for the next generations to come.
Here's the
But
antidote to that,
our
though.
people are really exhausting for no goddamn reason.
Here's the antidote.
King's
What
disease.
here's the antidote.
What'd you say?
We have to
Jay?
I
stop
said
focusing.
King's disease. Yep.
Right,
Too many kings, you know?
right,
Too many kings.
Right,
right.
yeah.
Hey,
Now
hey,
what we
hey,
have to do
hey,
is
hey,
those
hey,
people
hey, hold on. What? You said too many kings. What about the queens? Don't do that.
Hey,
That's
that's a whole
that's
nother
another topic for
topic.
another day.
and
That's
that's
another topic
boy,
for
look here,
another
that's
day.
a whole nother topic there,
That's
boy.
a
That's a whole
whole
nother
nother
2-hour
topic.
topic right
We
there.
just let's just stick
We're
with
gonna
this
talk
right
about
here.
that next week.
Let's just stick
Talk
with
about
this
that
right
next
here.
week.
We ain't even that's
Here's a problem with our entrepreneurs, with some of our entrepreneurs that expect more because honestly, they should get more. We had to spend a whole lot less time on those who don't mean us any good, who's not
Mhm.
going to support us,
Mhm.
and go ahead and spend more time on the demographics where we can gain more. You know,
There you go.
there's you have your friends you want to put on something, or you have your family members that you want to put on something. Drop the seed. That's what you do. We want to drop the seed, cultivate it, watch it grow. Drop the seed. It's going to grow in its own natural time because not everybody is ready for everything right then and there.
Drew, I'm gonna tell you
Sometimes,
something.
yes,
tell you
ma'am.
something.
Go for it.
And I think I told you about this before because I asked you if you had a nonprofit organization. So I volunteer for a nonprofit organization called 48 and 48. As long as you have a registered nonprofit organization and you have a board of directors, if you give us the link to your website, we have 48 hours to deliver a brilliant website that when people go to your nonprofit website, they want to donate.
Wow.
Because I know this information and I know this is hidden information because and the only reason I know this information because I volunteer with my employer. I'm one of those people. I'm volunteering because I want to know what's going on and how can I help my people.
Right.
I delivered this information to 5 people. 5. Only one took advantage of it. And that person, I said, please do not thank me on social media. Please do not. The reason
And that's what they
being,
did. Oh.
no, they didn't. They respected it. I say the reason being because it's always I don't know what people got against me. I think I'm the nicest person on the face of the earth. That's that bullshit. Anyway, so my thing is when I have knowledge to share like that, I share it.
Right.
You got a nonprofit organization willing to give you the best of the best of the best website for free. And the thing is, you're working with project managers that volunteer their time. It can be anywhere in the world It's not even limited to the United States. It's anywhere in the world. So I'm working with people in England, Africa, South America, trying to do these websites in 48 hours. Oh, why can't my people get onto this?
Right.
Like I said, it comes in time,
Nobody took advantage, and I know why nobody took advantage, because it was me that was giving the information. Cool. You missed out. Cool. You missed out. I don't give a damn. I did my part.
That's why.
It
That's
goes
why.
right back to what I said. Goes right back to the topic. Who you want to listen to? You're not who you're listening, who you're not listening to, because of who it is. You missing the message because of the messenger. Man, come on.
Another one. Verizon was giving away $10,000 to small businesses, small Black-owned businesses. I referred people to that, and they did not apply.
That's a shame.
Now, I can't apply because I work for the company, of course. But my thing is, I'm the information.
Put it in somebody else's name.
And I'm one of them people. I'm gonna have my Caucasian friends because they put me on everything.
Okay, it goes to another.
Once you in that club, oh, they're giving you all the information. You can call me whatever you want.
Here's something that I learned, just especially in the past 10 to 15 years. Our ignorance has come from, what we know can only be given to us by those that already know. I mean, it's not a brilliant concept or anything.
Right.
That's just logic. So as our people came up through the times, let's start at the 1940s. We're not even going to start at slavery. We're going to start at the 50s after World War II. There were still so many opportunities out there that we knew nothing about. So the people that were born in the 50s, like our parents, they grew up, they couldn't be taught by their parents. Their parents didn't know. So they couldn't teach us because they didn't know. So here we are, we come along and we're at this stage in our life and we are in the age of Aquarius. And we don't know what to do with ourselves. But as we think back, we have to realize that we have generations that have not taught generations, and those same generations gave certain mindsets to other generations that have been passed down. That's why we become so complacent with a lot of things. It's because our predecessors, they only knew what they knew, and that's what they taught us. And the mindset that came along with that went along with us not knowing, and not some of us not reaching higher in certain areas. And sometimes with some of us, they feel like, and I'll say present company included, they feel like we should be reaching higher in one area, but that's what you see on the outside. That may not be what's in your heart. With us in the age that we are today, we reach for what we want to reach for. We don't have to settle to say, well, all I'm going to do is work in a factory and die. We don't have to do that. We don't have to do that anymore. All I'm going to do is I'm going to plant these crops and wait to harvest the crops and have a family, and we're going to be happy. You can reach for more because there is more. The same way that our predecessors went to school and never came back because there was more for them elsewhere. That was their social media. Their social media was getting out of the area that they knew that nothing was going on.
So Drew, you said something back there, and you would say a lot, and I appreciate that you say a lot, but you say a lot that is too much to digest. So I'm gonna need for you to rewind. I'm gonna put you on the DVR because you said something way at the beginning. So I'm gonna need for you to go back.
I don't even remember what I said. It just comes.
Okay, so
it flows.
Okay, you said something about
here's my
we don't know what we don't know. You said something that we don't know, or we don't know how.
A lot of knowledge. Go ahead, bro. What?
No, I was just telling her that rose kicking in, whatever she been sipping that. Losing all these thoughts and everything.
Herbal Earl or Nara Carter. You pick one. I ain't giving an answer. Anyway,
There go my ink pen.
seriously, this seriously, this for real though. For real.
Okay.
What you said at the beginning, God
Man,
created.
listen,
I'm
you
just
know
joking,
me.
I'm
None of this,
joking. For real. Okay,
all
seriously
of this
though.
it just flows. We don't know what we don't know because we didn't know. Something like that. I don't remember.
Okay, so my thing is, we are the age of Aquarius.
Right.
We are the age of technology. We can't blame nothing on nobody that we don't want to learn. If we don't know it, it's because we don't want to learn. We don't know. We don't want to learn. We don't want to know it.
That's part of it.
No. That's where we're giving excuses now because
No. You missed. You're overlooking
listen,
part of what I said, though.
Listen.
I'm listening, but you're overlooking part of what I said.
Listen. We grew up on the Dewey Decimal Systems. Dewey Decimal Systems. We had to go to the library, look at the card, write it down, go to the bookshelf, pull the book. They don't have to do that right now. They can Google it, and they're thinking any source on Google is credible, a credible source. The thing is, I think that us, as our generation, how I'm gonna say this without offending anyone.
I don't think anybody on here can get offended.
I'm not, no, but he likes to share his videos. We have become so feminist because again, I believe feminist and womanism. Womanism are two different things. We have become so accustomed to we can do all these things, and my thing is, as a woman, something's going to lack: your career, your relationship with your husband or your spouse, your relationship with your children, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your family. You cannot do all things. So my thing is, I don't think that
men can't
I don't
either.
think that there is a lack of, I don't think that there is a lack of knowledge. I don't think that we right now, we are too lazy to do the work. I just think that we're too lazy to do the work.
And that goes right back to what I said about mindsets. Certain mindsets were passed down. It's not that the information isn't there. It's not that we don't have access to it. But if your mindset isn't at the point where you want to go get it. Now, for a lot of people who have had things easy, they come to them. Remember, tough times make tough people. So the easier that things are made for someone, the easier they expect it to be.
Maybe I'm different because I ain't gonna lie. I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I mean, really, I really was compared to my classmates. I was born with a silver spoon. I didn't know. I didn't treat them differently. Hell, we all went to the same school. We all hang out. I didn't know that we were different. I didn't realize that I had it good in high school. Then I went to college, and I was like, damn, my family ain't got shit compared to these folks. You know what I'm saying?
Once again, you have to realize that you are the exception, not the norm.
But you realize that as a young age, I can't say, I don't know. You went to school, you haul ass to wherever you went, haul ass to.
Pennsylvania.
Okay, so you haul ass to Pennsylvania. But
yes, I did.
Grew up in a structured environment. That is still, even though you grew up in a structured environment, you didn't grow up with your parents, but you just grew up in a structured environment. That's still wealth to me. You see what I'm saying? That's still wealth. That's still structured. But my thing is, okay, I'm gonna say this with the kindness of my heart, but I'm gonna say it because I'm Zandra. Z and Bali, I think she's on vacation till February. Why the fuck are we too damn lazy? Why are we still blaming Master?
Okay.
When we have all these opportunities, and they were like, well, they have an agenda. We know they have an agenda. We know they have an agenda.
Okay,
we know
now
the root of that.
Now you really want to place things because we are You're talking about a destination. And in order to really understand the destination, you have to take a closer look into the journey. So where we are now.
No. And in order for you to take a look at the journey, we got to take a look at the root.
Okay, you got to look at the root as well. So if you look at the root,
so once we establish this is the root, and we are accountable for the root, whatever that may be, and we agree on that, then we as a people of whatever nationality we want to pertain us to, we will be able to grow together. We are completely in denial. We're giving credit and we're taking, oh my God, we are the most forgiving people in the world. My thing
and
what's
the root of that?
We
What's the
God's
root of
people.
No. Because my thing
We
is this.
God.
My thing is
people.
this. You may shit on me, but you ain't gonna rub it in.
Okay. Good point. Now, the root of that was slavery. The root of that was the person that crapped on us the most. We had to forgive them. And one of the reasons we forgive them, we
had to forgive them.
Listen. And for life, in order to live, we did.
African proverbs are saying, don't leave your enemies behind.
Not African American. Not African American.
I say African proverbs. That's what
exactly.
I said. There's a lot of African proverbs that say, never leave your enemy behind. The famous Shaka Zulu. He is right. Don't leave them
kill
behind
him,
because they're going to come back.
No. He said, don't leave behind. Kill him.
Well,
kill him.
Well,
see, it's also in the interpretation.
He didn't say that. Kill him.
Kill him. That's what he's saying.
Don't worry about him because we know
exactly. But where we became forgiven came from the slave Bible and the selected verses that were given to us, saying that we should turn the other cheek. And that came up through how many generations before we got the mindset to say, you know what, this ain't right.
No, because it's still going on. Sadly.
Yeah. But look at the majority. Look at the majority of whatever age demographic that still has that mentality. I think we are like the last generation that really has that mentality. Because that younger generation, they coming back. They coming back.
I said earlier.
They spinning the block.
I say we were the last of our era. Like we the the ending of an era, and like you say, but the new kids, the youth, like they ain't playing. They ain't taking no bullshit no more.
And that's what I love about them. They're not playing for real.
They and you know when Tupac talk about a nation of thugs, when I tell you this nigga was a prophet, this is what he talking about right now.
And
we got a nation of thugs, and these they don't give a fuck. They the soldiers. What y'all don't realize.
Yeah. And they were born in the era where that seed was planted. That seed was planted in the 90s. And these cats nowadays, that's when they were born.
That shit.
We're going to commercial break.
Go ahead, bro.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready for commercial break? You can laugh, pass it on, don't even answer the question. How many of y'all have made love off of Tupac or Machiavelli songs? Press your vote, yes or no. And the commercial is over with.
You all right tonight? Something that you
hey, all right? Bro, looking around like, what did I just step into?
I'm trying to see if somebody trying to prank on me or something. Like, I trying to look for the camera. Like, what was a prank?
Look, my favorite song by Tupac is I ain't deny it. I ain't a straight riot. You don't want to rock with me.
I appreciate y'all. I really enjoyed the conversation, but I gotta jump in the shower. I got off work and got straight into the conversation, but
we appreciate you, bro.
No, I appreciate y'all. I love the ideas, man. I mean, look, I learned something tonight. So
no, we learned something from you because you did drop the knowledge. I'm like, whoa,
man.
Yo, Jay.
Just my perspective, man. Just my perspective.
That's what it's about, though. We got to be able to get together and have these conversations.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It ain't no wrong. So But I
Enjoy your
appreciate
night.
y'all inviting me. I appreciate the invite.
Go
I'll be
Cowboys.
sure to, I'll be sure to.
Let me spit on that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do don't do
I
that.
did nothing. You did that. I didn't even
No. I'm
do
talking
it.
about Drew. Talk about he gonna spit on the
Oh.
Cowboys. No, he gonna
Damn.
nothing.
Hey, bro, come back anytime. We're gonna do this on Tuesday nights.
For sure,
You
man.
have the link. It's
Appreciate
gonna
it.
be the same
For
link.
sure. For sure.
You
Appreciate it.
All right.
One. All right.
Peace in the Middle East.
Funky
Hey,
Uncle
Drew.
Salute, Al. Yeah.
I got one
Enjoy
serious
that
question.
because I really enjoy the different aspects, but I ain't gonna lie. I really enjoyed the show tonight because I was like, whoa.
AZ.
Yes,
Z.
sir. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, sir. Oh,
I
yeah, you better,
said,
you better,
ma'am, I'm
you better,
sorry.
you,
Yes,
you better leave
ma'am.
that stuff where but whatever you take and put that down.
I almost finished, Stacy. I almost finished. Go ahead.
Listen. One serious topic. I want to get y'all opinion on this. Do you think the young man that killed those 3 athletes, what do you think his mindset was? I mean, do you think it was jealousy? Because come to find out, he used to play for that team in Virginia.
I'll be honest. When it comes to things like that and young men, and because I have a young son, and because this is happening too often, I have to pace myself when it comes to reading about this. So because one of the players was from South Carolina.
Right. I saw that. Yeah.
One of the players was from South Carolina, and I didn't want to get too emotional at this point because I just went to the movies and watched Wakanda Forever. And
I haven't seen that kid.
I suffer from severe anxiety, so I have to pace myself when it comes to things like that. I will eventually read it and digest it, but as far as because it happened at the same time, and I'm going through what I need to go through for my physical health for me to get better. I have to pace myself when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Now I will definitely read the article because, excuse me, that could have been my son at any time.
Right.
Out of respect of the mothers, I will definitely read and support what I need to do. But as far as today, I had to give myself a rest. I was like, yo, I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna just address like that. But
I have to agree with Z on this for everybody's going to have their own reasons, but I also know that when incidents like this happen, there's going to be a lot of investigating and everything. So I really don't want to say much about it until they have more information. Now I know I have an idea of how the guy's going to be portrayed and this, that, and the other. We're going to look at this in a human aspect, but I would definitely like more information to the shooter and his his interactions with those that were shot, the team itself, his family. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't just go out and randomly do things like this. There is a reason, and not that I'm going to justify it. I'm not ever going to justify it, but at the same time, it will help me understand the human part of it.
And a lot of these things are we like to say that they're random, but they're not random. They're premeditated.
Yeah.
So
these calculated steps.
Right. So the reason I didn't want to read the article because because if I started, I would want to know, was these 3 players that you said, okay, I'm gonna kill these 3 players, or I'm just going to decide I'm just going to kill as much players as I can on the team.
Or the first ones that I see.
3, the 3 or whoever. So so I didn't want to take my mind there today because
I'm gonna tell you why I asked them.
And the crazy shit is, for real, we got something going on tonight. We talk about Kyrie, we talk about Kanye. the seriousness of it, that something just happened in Portland? Poland. Something just happened at Poland that two people that got killed from, they think that is Russia involved.
Mhm.
And now everybody has to respond because Ukraine, not UK. The UK is allies with the US. However, they don't have no representatives in the United Nations. So now they're thinking about bringing in, I think it's called Article 5, that everybody has to get together because Russia has overstepped their boundaries. And when I listened to that tonight, and Trump talking about he announced his presidency, I was like, I can't do this. I can't do it.
No. See, the reason why I ask is because you guys know I'm trying to leave Connecticut, and every day I hear something negative about the South. It's like, do I really want to subject myself to the South now because of that? Because of the crime?
I don't think it's just the sad shit about it. I'll be honest. It's not a northern thing. It's not a southern thing. It's
Right.
just an American thing.
Yeah.
So it's just that you have to like go where you find peace, where you would like to live.
That's it.
And that's the thing. I mean, I know crime is everywhere, but it's like every time I look at my phone, I get like certain news from down there in that area or North Carolina, and it's like every time I think I find a safe spot to live, and then something happens, it's like, well, I don't want to go to that area because that just happened.
Listen, that's why I don't watch the news. The best way to find out where the best neighborhoods are, you have to visit those neighborhoods on the weekends at night. And that will tell you the true of that community.
Okay. Okay.
Especially during holidays. Holidays are the perfect time to go in the area at night during the weekend to see how that neighborhood is. How uppity is this neighborhood? Or are we going to cousin and uncle?
I'm gonna be sister. Right. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Now, I have never considered South Carolina, and I have my own personal reasons why I never considered South Carolina. But because I talked to my aunt that lives in North Carolina, she got me thinking about visiting Charleston next year when I come down to see if I like it or not.
You would love Charleston because of the history. However, because of a lot of businesses are coming from other states, and a lot of those people are moving to Charleston, those jobs are the housing and the rental of where you're trying to live is not for the people that's currently living in Charleston. It's for the people that's coming out of town and they're moving to Charleston. They want for a 3-bedroom like $4,000 for an apartment. For an apartment. And then at these prices, they want you to make 3 times as much as rent.
Yep.
See, that's a shame.
My thing is, where are these jobs in Charleston that is paying these people
paying these salaries,
able to afford? But all these companies are moving into low country and they're bringing these people with high salaries and they're keeping their salaries because a lot of like Google, a lot of people don't know there's a Google plant in Charleston. Wherever they are in Charleston. I don't think nobody talks about it because I don't know nobody that ever got a job in Google in Charleston. Okay.
Right.
However, Google, their headquarters in California. More from California, South Carolina. Yeah, I'll take it.
You doggone right. If I'm gonna keep my salary, you doggone right. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna take that.
Look, and the only thing they care about is it's sunny and how close I'm near the beaches. And can I afford to live there and afford my lifestyle and my 3 to 4 homes? That's all they care about.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
it.
But
no, I had just brought that up because
and another thing is, Stacey, they will make a community look so brilliant if if you don't go there yourself,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Don't go by those internet pictures.
No,
Don't you do it.
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Don't you do it.
They probably
You
get a lot in. They probably get a lot in. Their pictures off of Shutterstock. Shutterstock. They
Okay,
probably get a lot of them.
okay,
Yeah. So
right.
no.
Yeah,
and you know, photos can be doctored. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can go someplace like, boy, you see the sign, you see the man, that picture was taken 12 years ago.
right,
Like they had a
right, right.
picture, like they had a picture of Myrtle Beach with the most beautiful blue clear waters. And
Yeah.
I was like, this must be Myrtle Beach of 3001 because it definitely ain't the Myrtle Beach of 2023 or
I'm
2022.
gonna tell you something. The last time I actually visited Myrtle Beach was 4 years ago, and I visit a friend of mine. He lives down there, and that was my first time visiting. But the atmosphere, I couldn't. Something just hit me. Say, I was ready to go.
You had to go with the vibe, man.
Yeah, I just
That's
like the beach.
Yeah.
I just like the beach. I don't give a damn who around. You ain't gonna bother me on the beach. I ain't gonna bother you on the beach. I just want to be on
Right.
the beach and on the beach
Right.
house.
and that's why I
So-
didn't like Virginia because I didn't like the vibe when I went there.
Right.
You
And
was on the coast?
yeah, I was in Newport News. My father was stationed out there, and I used to go there during the summer.
Oh,
So-
gotcha.
How
Okay.
old are you?
Okay.
Huh?
How old are you?
I was in my 20s. I was going to Benedict. That's where I
so
was
you
going
had,
for
so you had Hampton, Howard. No, I'm lying.
Hampton.
But you know,
It was
that
Hampton.
area. You
Yeah,
had
Hampton was
Norfolk,
not too
you had
far away.
Norfolk.
Yeah, and in Norfolk and
Mm.
Party Down P Town and Vibe Beach, all that was a pretty decent drive.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
But
And
in the Hampton Roads area, it was like the vibe was too sedity, too bougie for me.
Right.
You know, I'm a fun loving guy, and you know what I'm saying, I'm a people person. I'm a definite people
Right.
person, but it was like
Right.
it's like they smelled outside on me and outsider on me, and they gave me, you know, the screw face and all. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
wait a minute. You talking
Yeah.
about our people?
Yes.
Yes. See, that's how it is.
Yes.
That's how it is here.
We
in
don't
Connecticut,
associate.
Z.
We don't associate with new money. We're the old money.
Yo, me and my cousin used to call it bougie wood because, you know, that's just how it felt. We were in bougie wood. We made the most out of it, of course. And we
Mhm.
did find a couple people here and there, but the majority, you know, like if you're in South Carolina, you can go somewhere where you don't know a soul.
right.
You can have the blast because people around you gonna show you some type of love. You don't have to know them. Yo, what's up? You know, you start talking to
Right,
somebody, you
right,
hold a
right.
That's
conversation.
true. That's
I
true.
wasn't-
Right.
I wasn't doing that in Virginia. And you know me, I'm pretty much the same as I was back then. We're
Right.
talking about over 20 years ago. What is it, 20
See,
years ago?
So
Almost
you're
20 years.
younger and
Over
more uppity, not
More
uppity,
vibrant. I was more
yeah,
vibrant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
yeah,
see,
vibrant.
and see, that's
Right.
how it is here in Connecticut. Just like Virginia. You come up here, the people here, they so stuck up and got their nose up in it. That's why one reason I want to move south. Because Southern people are so much friendlier. And I
I'm
swear to
laughing.
goodness.
You trying to come to the Great South? You trying to come to the grand old party of the South of the United States?
Yep.
I would highly recommend my professional opinion of living in the South. You didn't want to go west.
West where? What are you talking about?
West. What's affordable west?
New Mexico.
Yeah. Southern
Oh.
Texas. Now you're gonna have a lot of brown more than you. Well, it don't matter. They treat you the same. They treat you like family. To be honest, like San Antonio, El Paso, they understand.
Yeah, I did hear that. Houston. I heard
Yeah.
Houston was a pretty decent spot too.
Oh, yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
told that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and
Yeah.
hey, I could say, well, New Orleans was good to me that one time that I went and met a lot of locals and family and stuff like that. But
I've been there
I don't
before.
want
I
to be
like
that
that
close
place.
to any water, you know, rushing
No,
in
no,
over me. That's no, thank you.
Mhm. Oh no,
Okay.
I know. I'm with you with that. I'm with you with that one. That's too much water.
Tracy, when you trying to move, or do you have a time
Well,
frame?
Yep, this time next year.
Okay.
You need to be looking now.
All right,
That's what I'm
everybody.
doing
This
now.
is we almost at the 2 hour mark, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sign off the Funky Uncle season 2, episode 2. And
Look,
it's been a
Josh
great
could have tell
show.
somebody. Josh could have tell somebody he was leaving his stinky
I
behind.
know.
But you know he'll be back next week, as will
Oh,
we.
yeah.
We'll have something, another great topic, and some more dialogue, and just
Yep.
we can all see how many people we can bring in and bounce a lot of things off from each other and learn from each other, and then we can take that knowledge and pass it on and let it grow exponentially. That's
Exponentially.
yes. I use a nice word. So shout out to Stacy, Z, my sister Buttons, Janine, aka Buttons, Josh as always, Edmonds,
Mike.
and Mike.
Yeah, right.
I'll go ahead, and once I put this on YouTube or what have you, I'll put it up there. We can tag them. They can pass it on, let their people watch it, and whoever wants to jump on, hey, we always welcoming you to come on, and we hear what you had to say. But all right, but this is your Funky Uncle Drew signing out with the Funky Uncle salute. Oh, hold up. Hold on, let me put my Funky Uncle hat on. With the Funky Uncle hat on.
Oh my God. Bye. Good night.
All right, y'all have a good one. And I'll talk to you later.
All right.
All right.